E4 CAC district staff representatives, we do have a comment from Kristie Burchit.
Yeah, I would like to recommend to the superintendent that you table this item. The reason why is, that's my recommendation. Currently you have 2 teachers on the CAC. One has not showed up for a meeting the entire year from Altaloma. When she was appointed the same time I was a couple years ago, she showed up to 2 meetings and then never came back. And she hasn't come at all this year at all. Or been in any of the presentations. And there's another teacher who's on the executive committee of the CAC, which what hasn't been mentioned is that the chairperson has attempted in a effort to organize the presentations for the CAC both in October and November to have executive committee meetings, which everyone was well aware of. There's a teacher that's on the executive committee, hasn't come to either one from Central. That was in October or November. And then there's another CAC member, a parent from Altaloma, who didn't show up to the executive committee meeting in either October or November. So there has been an effort, which that's been neglected to be mentioned here today, but and the chairperson's not here to speak about that issue, on her behalf to organize these presentations, and there seems to be a tendency not for anybody to show up. I show up, but Mo has showed up.
But I'm not a voting member.
But she's not a voting member.
I'm not a voting member.
So I just wanted to bring that to your attention, that there are already 2 teachers, and like I said, one is not coming and at all, and the other one hasn't come to the last 2 executive committee meetings, even though she's a part of the executive committee. So thank you.
Thank you. E4 recommendations. Recommendation to approve Marla Miskus as a district representative for the Community Advisory Committee. Second. So a motion and a second. I'm not quite sure I understood what you were trying to say, Ms. Burchit. What would that have to do with this person going on to the CAC?
Oh, there just seems to be, like you guys had been discussing before, a lot of disorganization rather than adding more people too. Remember, that was an issue when we tried to add community members and everybody voted that down, members of the community. You didn't want to add to an already kind of, or disorganized situation, more people to the mix. So you guys voted that down. And now you're going to add another person to the mix. So that's my concern.
So you're feeling like this person doesn't fit into the structure of the CAC?
Oh, no, I have nothing against the person. I don't know who the person is. I'm just saying it's already disorganized.
What this person would represent, which is a special ed class teacher. So a teaching position on the CAC, you feeling like you already have enough? There are enough teachers on the CAC?
No, no, that wasn't my intention. I guess my intention is it's already kind of a disorganized situation at this point. There needs to be some overhaul. And why add more people? This came up before when we had 3 community members attempt to get approved by this board, and that was your reasoning for voting them down, was it's a disorganized situation. I put them on at that point in time. So that's kind of the point of my comments.
As I recall that issue, it had to do with the bylaws required X number of non-sort of school district related people, and we were looking at adding more than that onto the CAC at that point in time, if I remember the circumstances. So I guess I'm not sure how this fits into the design of the CAC.
The bylaws define for 3 district staff, and so there is, and one person's term ended last year, and so we had 3 names that were brought forward by CAC members, and they selected this individual because she does add the dimension of high school. The person we lost was from Chaffey Joint Union High School District that resigned, so
Okay, so this person is filling a position that's vacant.
Right.
Any further questions, comments? We have a motion and a second, all in favor?